Hi, good morning, Kendra. It's good to see you again. How are you today? Oh, I think you're muted.
Thank you.
There we
Sorry.
go.
I'm doing pretty all right today.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad we have this opportunity to meet again. I just wanted to get a little bit more information on you today, find out a little bit more about you before we get started in our therapy sessions. Are you okay if I take some notes during our time today?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I get down all of the important stuff about Kendra. Um, so let's start off. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what brought you to therapy today and what's brought you in here today?
Well, I sometimes I just don't feel like getting out of bed. Um, I'm just feel just really like overwhelmingly sad. It feels like for no reason, and I just wake up and just start crying. So I thought that this might be helpful. Um, yeah, and you probably already know this, but right now I'm living with my foster parents, um, Bonnie and Blake, and they're pretty cool. I also have a foster sister, Tanya. She's also 16, like me. Um, she's pretty cool. I actually just turned 16 earlier this month. Um,
Oh, that's awesome. Do you get along with your foster sister?
yeah, she's pretty cool. And us being around the same age or being essentially the same age, I'm 16 now, makes it easier and we'll do fun stuff like go out and walk the dog and go to the park. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I bet that's got to be kind of nice to have someone else who kind of can relate to you that's around the same age, but that does sound really tough living with foster parents right now. Can you tell me a little bit about the situation that led to you living with your foster parents?
Yeah, so my siblings who I miss a lot, Madeline, my little sister, and then my brother, well, there was a incident where my mom, because my dad, he passed away after a car crash when I was 8.
Oh, I'm sorry to
Um,
hear that.
yeah, thank you. Um, it was really hard, and my mom took it really hard, and she was struggling financially, and she was doing her best, though. She was doing her best. So my mom ended up struggling, and then she brought my aunt Marla to come live with us. Long story short, my aunt ended up leaving again, and um, it's kind of back to how it was before she got there, where mom was struggling, so I was taking care of my little brother and sister. And then there was an incident with the kitchen fire, uh,
Wow.
with my mom, and it called DCS, and well, we got removed, and here I am.
Wow, that sounds like you've been through a lot recently, and that definitely sounds really hard. So I appreciate you sharing that with me. And I know that that's probably something that is weighing on you and being separated from those people that you love so much. I appreciate you sharing that because I can imagine it's really, really difficult.
Yeah, thank
You Yeah. Have you had any experience with therapy in the past?
So no, I've never seen a therapist or anything. I mean, I used to talk to the school counselor a little bit, but like go to therapy and um a psychiatrist or anything, no, nothing.
I gotcha. Well, welcome to the therapy space. There's really no expectations here. I know sometimes people think it has to look a certain way or be a certain thing, but I mentioned this a little bit when we talked last time. This truly is a partnership between us, and I want to make this experience as best as I can as your therapist here, and really make sure that it's tailored to what you need and what you want to get out of it. And along those lines, do you have any preferences with who you might be working with at our agency?
Um, Not really. I'm open. I like you.
Well, that is great to hear. I like to have open and honest conversations about, our partnership here and make sure that we find the best fit for you. So if that changes or, if we think something could be a better fit, don't hesitate to let me know because this is your journey and I will not take offense. This is your journey and I want it to be the best for you. Um, yeah, so thank you for sharing a little bit about that. Um, so I want to get a little bit more knowledge about who Kendra is. I want to know about some of the things that are important to you and are important for me to know. So, what sort of spiritual beliefs do you have, or do you practice anything spiritually?
Well, I believe in God and like heaven and hell and that. Um, like yeah, and I don't necessarily like have a religion, but I do believe in the concept of God and heaven and hell. Um, the I'm really big on family. Like I miss my little brother and sister and my mom too. So, but I know that they're in a good place with my aunt. I would say that school is really important to me right now too. So, um, yeah, school and going to college, a good school. So I'm really working on that. I have a good GPA, 3.0 right now. So.
Wow, good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, sorry if I got sidetracked, but yeah, I do kind of, but no.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So I'm hearing family is really important to you. School and getting good grades, those are important pieces of what makes Kendra Kendra. So that's good to know. I definitely want to keep that in mind as we work together. What else is there anything important about your ties to the community? Anything you would like me to know about your cultural background that I can bring awareness to during our sessions?
Yeah, so I was born in Tempe, Arizona, and I live in Mesa right now, but both my parents are from Mexico. And like I like where I live right now, but maybe I miss like that cultural aspect of being home and hearing my parents speak Spanish and just don't get that now. So
Yeah, yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think that is amazing. I would love if we could bring some of those cultural aspects of your Mexican heritage into the work that we're doing and help you to feel connected to your cultural background. I think that can be really grounding and really important in people's lives. So I appreciate you sharing that with me. Are there any other things or important information that you would like me to be aware of?
Um, I guess I would just say that like I'm not too ready to talk about my dad's death. So it's kind of hard for me to talk about. So I just wanted to put that out there if it does come up. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And again, we're going to take this step by step, and I want to make sure that you feel comfortable throughout this process. I may, encourage you or push you at times to talk about things, but if you're not ready, that's totally okay. And you're more than welcome to tell me that. We'll take this at the pace that we need. And I think looking forward at a treatment plan, I would love to maybe start off with some psychoeducation on identifying what some of those sad feelings are and maybe some coping skills to help you work through that sadness. It sounds like it's been making it kind of tough to get out of bed. And I know school's really important to you, so we have to get out of bed. And so maybe that would be a good place for us to start moving forward is learning some coping skills. How do you feel about that?
That would be great. I feel like that would help with like the feelings I was telling you before. Like I get really sad, so that'd be really helpful.
Awesome. And just one more question for you here. Have you ever, taken any medications before for your mental health? How do you feel about medication in general for your mental health?
I mean, medication, I guess I'm not like totally opposed to it, but I've never seen a doctor or like a therapist, so, like I've never been prescribed anything. But like I guess I'm open to it, like at least learning too about it.
Awesome. Yeah, as we go forward, we can definitely maybe think about it. Medication isn't for everyone, and that's okay. But if we together decide that maybe that's a route we want to go, we can for sure talk about it. That's awesome to get a base of where you're at with that. Um, but unless you have any further questions for me, if there was anything else you wanted to discuss today, I think we're good to go. I'm ready to get this treatment plan in place for you and very excited to start working with you, Kendra.
No, I don't have anything else, and thank you so much, Mia.
Of course. Thank you. I'll see you next time.
Bye.